Hey, Tupiluku. Thomas here with another episode of StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, playing on the brutal difficulty. Last we left off, we did the alternate version of Tosh's final mission where we helped Nova, which we're going to chalk up as a dark path that never actually happened. It is non-canon, and, well, Tosh is alive and kicking right here. Not last episode, the episode before that, we actually got some armory upgrades. We got the upgrades for the Goliath, which I read. And now we're going to head off to Deadman's Port. Deadman's Port is the main settlement on the planet Deadman's Rock. Infamous for its lawlessness, the port is home to smugglers, pirates, and mercenary groups. It is remote enough to retain its independence despite antagonizing every major Terran power. And Matt Horner got married, which is relevant. Remember when we got the adjutant for Tarsonis? James Rayner asked Matt Horner, "Say, didn't you get married while you were there?" And he said, "I told you if I knew what the prize for the card game was, I never would have played."
We still need to access the adjutant we retrieved from Tarsonis. Our old mercenary associate, Colonel Orlin, is an expert in Confederate code decryption. If our intel's right, he should still be based at the Merkhaven at Deadman's Port. He's not very trustworthy, but he's our best bet of breaking that encryption.
So this is Matt Horner, a rebel with high-minded ideals, the Hyperion's first officer. He is requesting that you undertake the selected mission. Let's check and see if the text blurbs update each time. That's something to think about. So we'll unlock the Vulture, a staple of StarCraft 1, much like the Firebat. Also not great for this campaign, much like the Hellion.
Deadman's Port. It's risky just waiting here with all these mercenaries around. Colonel Orlin's sure taking his time decrypting that adjutant for us.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Incoming transmission.
James, Orlan decrypted your adjutant, but he's planning to sell it to the Dominion. Must have been something exciting in there. He wants me to keep you off his back until they arrive.
That's nice, Mira. But why are you telling me all this?
Because I like you and Matthew better than him, of course. Match Orlan's offer, and I will help you take him out instead. He's paying in minerals, so I'll give you the same deal.
Done. Always a pleasure, Mira.
Don't take too long now. If Orlan comes up with the goods first, I will have to side with him. Oh, and say hello to Matthew for me. Ask him why he never calls.
It's gonna be hard to get minerals down there. We'll have to find salvage if we're gonna hire Mira before Orlin does. You think she'll help Orlin, sir?
She's a mercenary. She'll help whoever pays the most.
I mean, it's a bit funny, but the Matt Horner and Mira relationship does not really make sense. Like, he could just not consent to marry her, I think. Maybe it was like, you get killed if you don't. Maybe it was a hostage. Alright. I believe one of the achievements is
we got a deal with Mira Han. Now
not
let's get to work and
not
get that adjutant back.
build any SCVs, so we're not going to be doing that. You know, why not? We're mostly going to be collecting scrap anyway, destroying Orlan's command centers, that sort of thing. We want to get some
Pirates have been stripping down
medics.
ships here for years. It should be pretty easy to collect enough scrap to pay Mira off.
Medics, as well as mercenaries, and maybe some more vultures just for the spider mines. They're just going to be attacking from these chokes, so it's actually a pretty good unit for this campaign. I mean, for this mission. But otherwise, vultures not that great.
Complete.
We want a second medic.
What's going on?
Let's get another Spidey bow.
This better be good.
The doctor is in.
All right. Stim is such a good upgrade. That is really good.
Orders received.
Combined with combat shields, I mean, oof.
Affirmative.
Incoming transmission.
I left a little present out here for you and Matthew. I never got to give it to him last time you boys were here.
Damn, Jimmy.
Are those vulture bikes?
Good eye, Tychus. We can use them to lay mines around our base to hold off Orlan.
Those shredders are constantly producing scrap we can salvage. We should check this area again later.
Dig it.
We're gonna get some vultures. I mean, the mines are good to have. They're very high damage. They do like, yeah, 25 versus light, so they'll two-shot Marines almost, not with combat shields, but without them. And oh, and they give us spider mines, which is actually quite good. All right. Oof.
Standing by.
We saved her. See, we're good to go. We're gonna let the Marines tank because they heal, and our vultures do not. The vultures have a longer range at 6 instead of 5, which is quite good. We're gonna get a few more spider mines here, and a bunch over here, and then we're gonna head over there with the rest of our forces. So Orlan has 3 command centers as well as a 4th one here collecting resources. So we want to kind of bleed him dry, wiping out the different command centers while simultaneously each command center destroyed gives us a bunch of minerals. So the thing is that once we collect these resources, Orlan is going to have 6,000 minerals in the bank, so he'll be able to replenish his forces quick. I'm actually not sure if the
Where did you rang?
AI has like a budget. I think so. Like they can't just get unlimited forces. I do not know. Yeah, I mean these shred through the units, and with the Marines tanking, well, they don't take much damage, do they? All right, we're gonna take this out. Just gonna give me a second right here. 4 and maybe 1, 2. I believe one of the achievements is get a certain amount of
Your
forces.
forces are under attack.
Oh, shit. Get a certain amount of kills with the spider mines. Are you out of range? Seriously? Okay, we're gonna ignore that for now. Oh, there's actually a wraith right there. Not good. Kill that. And kill that. Then head here. Oh, I had some vultures right there.
Oh, was that it? Armed and ready. That's fine.
Wow. Shows you how strong the medics are. Very strong. We're gonna repair our boys over here. So repairing units I think costs half or a quarter of what it takes to produce them. Same with buildings, it's either half or a quarter. We're gonna get the mercs. I know. We are delaying the time it takes to get the contract, but it is worth it. Trust me.
Additional
We're gonna get
supply
some
depots required.
medics as well, some more supply depots. Because we are gonna have to kill Orlan's base anyway, eventually. So why not just, you know, build up our forces? Taking out the next command center will, I guess, save us. I'm actually gonna... Alright, something came up. I'm just gonna do a quick pause. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to go do something real quick. So we're back here. We kind of want to get our bio in the front because, you know, they heal.
The doctor is in.
They heal a lot. And then use our vultures kind of as like high damage. Yeah, I mean, we shred through everything. And while the fire bats are not all that good, the devil dogs, they have... Do they have extra armor? I don't think so, but they do have extra HP. They can soak up some damage. Worst comes to worst, they'll die, which is a bit brutal. But, you know, they are criminals. Can we get more mercenaries? We can. We're going to get some. We are getting close to the 6,000 mineral mark. So I'm actually going to put these in a control 3. I'm going to just let them chill for now. Get some stem action going. We'll park our vultures over there. So this is gonna quickly, like each command center I think has like 5 SCVs that they replace. The main one might have more. So we basically have the rate of them getting resources. We're gonna send our vultures right there, and head them back there. Meanwhile, we're picking off Orland's forces, which I think is good. Getting more minerals. Oh no, 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 that was really bad. Oh well. Oh, and he actually used up a lot of the mines. Wow. This was pretty brutal. No pun intended. So it kind of shows how squishy the vulture is. Like it's not all that reliable as a standard combat unit. The mines are good. We got the research. And also the armory upgrades for the vulture are kind of shit. Not gonna lie. I mean, the bio ball is just so good. Imagine having 4 pigs, like a multiplayer game. My god. Hello.
Born to be wild. No problem. You gonna give me orders? That's fine.
So I think at this point, like, Orland's mineral income is
Something on your mind.
not 0, but close to 0? Something along
This
that
better
line.
be good. Looking forward to it. Outstanding. Sure thing.
And there we go. Not that difficult, if I'm gonna be honest.
All right, Mira. We both know you're ripping me off, but I'm gonna hire you anyway.
My forces are yours, Jim. I'm so glad I got to side with you and Matthew.
Oh, scheming little. I'll show you what happens to double-dealing backstabbers.
Mineral field depleted.
I think it would be
Base
cool
is
if...
under
Uh-oh.
attack.
Hey, the MVPs.
Not enough
Are
minerals.
there... Yeah, there are. So, yeah, there are attack upgrades here. Armor... Oh, we've actually done enough missions, so we've unlocked the second version of the attack upgrades, level 2. I think it's just based on how many missions you've done, so...
Got it.
Oh. Heal up.
That's fine.
We're not gonna dive bomb them yet. We're gonna be collecting more resources, building up our army, that sort of thing. I do not know if I've gotten the necessary kills with the spider mines yet. So if you're in a scenario where calm down, calm down.
You gonna give me orders? All right. Bring it on.
Just threading through them.
Mineral field depleted.
If you're in a scenario where you may not have got enough kills, you can just chill, put a bunch of Spider-Mans here, a bunch of Spider-Mans here, here. Honestly, I think here and here would be better. And you will, yeah, they'll come with attack groups. You can just, you'll eventually gather enough. We're gonna run. Oof. Lost a bunch of valuable forces, unfortunately. See, in this situation, we could have. Yeah, we're just gonna do this out. See, we're good to go. No worries.
At the ready. Of course. I like it. Devious. My pleasure.
Can we get more mercenaries? We can. And this is a map where these shredders constantly produce scrap, as he said, so we can just continuously get more minerals.
Dig it. Born to be wild.
Case in point, do I have any vultures here? I do have vultures here. So I can just control click a selected army like this, and I'll just select that type of unit.
Road's calling. Yeah, I'm going.
actually gonna get the SCVs to go here. 1, 2, 3.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Get attack upgrades, armor upgrades, attack and armor. Let's get some Goliaths. Let's get a bunch of Marines. A bunch more Marines. A bunch more Vultures.
Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals. We'll get some more. So we are safe, I think, on this front. That's enough.
Dig it.
I do not remember what the anniversary achievement is. I think it is maybe complete the mission in a certain amount of time.
About lending a hand.
A lot of those anniversary achievement missions were like that, unfortunately. Or maybe it was don't let Orlin get a certain amount of minerals. Which, not quite a speed run, but kind of works at the same way. Oh, they're just keeping... Okay, maybe once you get Mira's mercenaries, they'll always attack from that angle. I do not know. So this is actually the 11th mission, or the 11th episode, 10th mission, if you do not count the Nova mission as its own mission. Last episode was the 10th episode. I guess that's kind of like the anniversary. Ooh, 10 episodes on StarCraft, or on YouTube. I did not notice that. You know, once again, not my favorite mission. Also,
I got a little present headed your way.
I think we're good to go. He actually cancels the nuke if you, what's it called? If you move out of the way. We're gonna get some more Goliaths, some more Diamondbacks, a bunch of Marines, get our reinforcements over here. Can we get more mercenaries? I can get some more
Not
war
enough
pigs
minerals.
real soon, hopefully. Oh, we lost a siege breaker. That's a shame. Yeah, he's got tanks over there. Taking out his production, kind of unnecessary, but we are doing it. And then we're gonna back off. So, back.
What's on your mind?
Did we lose all our vultures? I'm gonna build some more vultures. Gather our forces over here. So he does have a barracks up here that will continuously be producing units. I'm gonna get the Diamondback to go there. That's gonna give us enough forces for the war pigs. The medic's
Upgrade.
really strong. Oh
Upgrade
yeah, we actually
complete.
have...
Not enough minerals.
The vultures are gonna go here. So anyway, yeah, 10 episodes. That sounds, you know, it's not that much, but it's more than 0. And we'll see, I guess, next milestone. Oh yeah, I have war pigs in here. Next milestone, I guess, would be like 50 or 100. I don't know. Depends upon how you look. You could argue 20 or 25. I'm gonna say 50, and then 100, and then 200, and maybe double it after that, except 1,000 and 500. Yeah, sure. Every 100 will be a loss. Why not?
The doctor is in.
Okay, I think we have enough forces to just a move victory.
Victory is
Stem. Jackson's Revenge was taken out. This is the second Jackson's Revenge, if you count the Nova mission.
all right, I surrender. Just take your damn adjutant already.
I ought to do the universe a favor and put you down. It's too bad I might need to hire you someday. Mira, do me a favor. Keep him on ice.
You got it, Raynor. I will keep the snake safe and sound for you. I will even do it for free.
Oh, glorious. So yeah, don't train any additional SCVs before purchasing Han's contract. We did that. Killed 25 total units with spider mines. We killed 46. I do not know what the words. I did not know what the anniversary achievement is. It's probably like complete the mission in under 20 minutes or under 15 minutes. But yeah, no, I think we did pretty well on Brutal as well. It's a fun mission.
Sir, the decrypted adjutant is back in the lab and ready to go.
Well, old girl, we dug you up on Tarsonis. Were you online during the Zerg attack? Do you remember anything about Arcturus mechs being involved?
Mix, Arcturus, ex-Confederate officer, civilian prospector, founder and leader of the Sons of Korhal terrorist group. Status, criminal. Accessing intercepted transmission 0081 to 0086 Alpha.
This is Duke. The emitters are secured and online.
Who authorized the use of psi emitters?
I did, Lieutenant.
What? The Confederates on Antigua were bad enough, but now you're gonna use the Zerg against an entire planet? This is insane!
She's right, man. Think this through.
I have thought it through. Believe me. You all have your orders. Carry them out. I will not be stopped. Not by you, or the Confederates, or the Protoss, or anyone. I will rule this sector, or see it burnt to ashes around me.
I can't believe it. We can nail Minx to the wall with this.
Alright, that's a pretty big revelation.
Adjutant 23-46
Online. Pretty big revelation there. So, I mean, that is one of the audio cuts, I believe, from Mission 8 or 7 of the StarCraft 1 campaign. He does actually say that. It is kind of funny how, as technology goes on, certain ideas and texts they have in sci-fi become obsolete or would never happen or are not all that special. Like, for example, faking audio, you know, with the deep fakes we have nowadays. No one would believe this, you know, let alone will be like in 40 years when AI and deep fakes will be so good that you can't tell, you know, fact from fiction. So you can imagine like hundreds of years from now, there's no way they'd believe this. Like, you could program it to say stuff and like copy voices. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cute how even in the far-flung future, well, you never know. Maybe they have things that can detect, you know, reverse technology, AIs that can detect AI technology. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, we got some research going, so we're going to check on in, see what Stedman's found. The Protoss crystal continues to grow. I no longer think it is drawing power from the ship. It's getting pure energy from the sphere above it, which presents a new worry. What is it doing with all that power? Is it going to release it explosively? I have to keep Swan away from the sample. He will definitely shoot it out the airlock, with me strapped to it. I tried scraping smaller samples, but all my tools broke. Luckily, I found some cast-off chips floating in the tank. Wonder how they came off. In any case, the chips revealed more of the matrix. It's keeping the energy there in a vortex. How does it move its energy so fast? It may be the fabled Protoss warp technology. For all its complexity, the matrix is as solid as a strong structure. I wonder if I could maybe apply these dynamics to our own structures. Make a note. I'm learning so much from the crystal, but I can't help feeling like it's learning from me, if that makes sense. Late, tired, sleep now. Once again, this is kind of like the crazy scientist logs that you find in like the derelict spaceship. Everyone's dead. You know, maybe this one blows up and the Scylla jumps out and starts killing everyone willy-nilly. But, you know, this is a made for teens game, so this does give us two researches. The microfiltering, I think, is technically better. Refineries produce gas 25% faster, also applies to the automated refinery, so that combination is really strong. Combining Terran and Protoss filtering techniques allows our refineries and automated refineries to reclaim a higher amount of Vespene gas at its pure form. I do think this is better than the orbital depots. Supply depots are built instantly, not quite true, but the SCV doesn't have to be there, and it takes like 4 seconds. See it real quick. We can now call down our supply depots straight from orbit due to our new understanding of Protoss architecture. Key pivot joints have been added to the supply depot structure, allowing the supply depots to survive the violent turbulence of breaking through the atmosphere. Now, an SV simply has to place a beacon, and the crew on the Hyperion will handle the rest. We're going to get that because I am not an amazing StarCraft player. I like being able to queue things up. I get supply blocked often. So in my case, this is actually the better upgrade. If you are good at managing your supply, you know, like if you were Hearthstone or, you know, even someone like Winterstar, someone as talented as Hearthstone or, you know, Winter StarCraft or Loco, like not pro but good, you wouldn't need this. It's quality of life. For me, this does actually improve the game, and we're going to be getting plenty of Vespene gas, especially with the automated refineries. So we're going to get the depots. What does Hansen have to say?
I can't believe it.
That recording proves it's all true. Mengsk, Tarsonis, all of it.
Didn't you believe Raynor before?
What will you do now?
Tell the people. Every man, woman, and child in the Dominion needs to know what their beloved Emperor is capable of.
The backlash will be awful. There'll be riots and uprisings everywhere. But that's just what you want, isn't it?
It's a start.
She has kind of like a condescending tone though there, which young me found annoying. Now it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are gonna die if you reveal it. What does Psychus have to say?
I gotta know, just what was it went down between you and Mengsk? Seems you boys were tight once.
I used to think Mengsk be a force for change. Fought alongside him right up until Tarsonis. That's where he crossed the line, by using Zerg to murder the whole planet. He left Kerrigan there to die because she called him out on it. Turned out he was just as rotten as the Confederacy ever was.
Damn. You sure know how to pick your friends, Jimmy.
Definitely no double meanings there. And also, something that everyone may not know, but Kerrigan was actually the ghost that killed Mengsk's father when she was still under Confederate command. Mengsk's father was actually the original leader of the Core Hall, which was basically like one of the bigger planets wanted to be independent or at least have more say in Confederate affairs, I believe. And the Confederates nuked the whole planet, which backfired and created the Sons of Core Hall, made the government lose a lot of legitimacy, and assassinating Mengsk's father made Mengsk, a bitter enemy of the Confederacy. And he did free Kerrigan. He did pretend to be her friend. She was his lieutenant. But when he saw opportunity to get rid of her, and he thought he'd won at that point, he abandoned her. And he created the Queen of Blades, basically the biggest threat to Mengsk's authority or his rule.
Mercenaries are so untrustworthy. Not like rebels and pirates, right?
Emperor, much has been written in regards to the tragic fall of Tarsonis. Toloski's investigative documentary, Imperial Dawn, even claims that you brought down the Confederate system by assuring Tarsonis' fall.
I've heard these conspiracy theories before, but the fact remains. The Zerg invaded Tarsonis en masse, and no force in the universe could have stopped their onslaught. It was a very terrible day.
Toloski's film highlights the seeming convenience of the aliens annihilating a corrupt government that you yourself spent a lifetime trying to overthrow.
Millions died that day, and you speak to me of convenience? Yes, I strove against the evils of the old Confederacy, but never with the object of personal gain. When I was called upon to take up the heavy burden of leadership, I did so only to ensure our continuing survival as a species.
Striking words from the Emperor himself. Up next, Zerglings allergic to lemon juice? Old wives' tale? Or new super weapon in the fight for humanity?
That is actually relevant. We'll see that in Heart of the Swarm, but Zerglings are actually allergic to lemon juice, apparently. The more you know.
If Mirahan calls, I'm just busy.
Sounds like a great marriage.
Those goofy mercs are still using vultures, can you believe it? Damn things are death traps, even when you ain't got people shooting at you.
Careful now, Swan. My old vulture saved my skin more times than I care to remember. I ain't gonna listen to you trash talk a classic piece of engineering like that.
Classic? I suppose you can call them that. Of course, most folks like a bike that don't explode on them when the repeller seals freeze up, or the fuel cells start leaking radioactive waste. But hey, who cares if it's a classic, right?
No one likes a smart-ass, Swan.
I guess they need some in-game reasons to retire the vulture. 52 QDMM Spider Mine. Spider mines belong to a very small category of technology that came from old Earth, and survived the crash of the supercarriers. Terran Marines are famously mistrustful of the Spider Mine's IFF sensors. In 2499, Tarsonis-based Jaunt Pictures released Spider Mines 4, Death from Below, continuing a franchise about Spider Mines that had achieved sentience and turned on their human creators. It was the last Hollow in the series. Cool. Oh yeah, messing up. I need to check if there's a specific couple upgrades. Okay, so what I do want before I do the dig is the orbital command. Also the Spider-Man upgrades, they suck. Or the Vulture upgrades suck. Yeah, the mine having a bigger blast radius and trigger radius, I guess, is nice if you use spider mines, but honestly, it's trash. You're not going to use them. More often than not, you're on defensive. Any air units are not targeted by spider mines. Yeah, it's not that good. I think we're going to be doing... I think we will be doing Zil. Or maybe we'll do Valhalla. We're actually going to do Valhalla first. All right. That was it for this episode of StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. I've been Thomas from Tupuluku. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care now.